Now, nearly 60 leading civil society organizations in Nigeria have called on the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, to step aside following the affirmation of the conviction for electoral fraud of Professor Peter Oban, the returning officer in the 2019 Northwest senatorial election. That's in Akwa State. Last week, the court upheld the 3-year prison sentence handed down to Professor Oban, who was found guilty by a lower court of falsifying election results to favor Senator Akpabio, who was the APC candidate. In a joint statement, the CSOs said the ruling raises serious concerns about the legitimacy of Senator Akpabio's mandate, a mandate which they say has now been judicially confirmed to have been manipulated. Senator Akpabio has roundly denied any personal involvement in the fraud, but the CSOs insist that the conviction of the official who declared him the winner casts a very dark shadow over the credibility of that election. So do they have a point when they demand that, for the sake of public confidence, Senator Akpabio must vacate his position until the matter is conclusively addressed? Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by Awal Musa Rafsanjani, who is the Executive Director of CISLAC. He's also the Chairman of Amnesty International Nigeria. Thank you very much indeed for coming in. And you are, of course, one of the people who put their imprimatur on that document calling for the Senate President to step aside. But the question that you raise is, and that's a very important question, having been a confirmed beneficiary of electoral fraud in the 2019 to the 9th Senate, did Senator Akpabio have the legal or moral standing to contest for a seat in the 10th Assembly? Talk less of serving as the president of the Senate, even if he didn't win in that 2019 bit. That's your argument. So that's the question you raised.
So this is the thing that we are saying. We are saying that in the first place, if you have been involved in this process, even though he denied that he did not, state manage that, but now that we have gotten legal, or judicial conviction in that, case, it means that, he has a case. And for him to preserve the sanctity, the dignity of even that, position as Senate President, he is like number 3 in the country. And if your election is having this serious, integrity deficit, then definitely you need to make that sacrifice to show example that you are not desperate and you are not out there at all costs to stay in that position unless it is a personal interest. If it is for the public interest, there's no argument, there's no worry. You can simply step aside and even apologize to the nation, because there's no way the probe will go to jail and then you are sitting, enjoying